Hey guys, my name is Maddie. Welcome to a new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be rereading Once Upon a Broken Heart and the Ballad of Never After and annotating them. This vlog's going to work a little bit differently. It is spoiler free, but at the end I'm going to have like a little section where I have all my theories and stuff after rereading about what the third book's going to be about or just in general. So if you want to see those, it will be at the end in a little section, and if you don't want to see those, I'll put like timestamps at the time for what you can skip to so you can avoid the spoilers, but everything else will be spoiler free and I'll let you know as soon as the spoiler is going to come. Someone asked if I could vlog me rereading these books, and so that's what I'm going to do. If you don't know already, these are my favourite books of all time, and I've decided to go and reread them and annotate them, and I picked up the paperback of The Ballad of Never After to do this because I want to have an annotated copy but also an unannotated copy because it's my favourite book. So I'm going to keep my hardback unannotated and I'm going to have an annotated paperback. I also love these two together. Like, I think they're so pretty. I did try and get the exclusive editions, but I was too late to get Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I didn't think there was any point getting The Ballad of Never After and not having Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've already started reading it. I'm on chapter 8, page 58 of Once Upon a Broken Heart. I started it last night, but I didn't want to film my whole intro yet, so I've waited until today to actually start the vlog. But I haven't got many annotations, just got a few underlinings here and there and different things. I'm also being very organised with my annotating, so with like quotes, I've got like underlining in pen, and I just put a star at the top because I don't want to tab it. When it comes to theories, I'm covering it with my finger because I wrote a little bit down there, but I'm going to use pencil. I don't know if you can see the pencil underlinings there, but basically that's what I'm going to be doing for theories, so you can kind of see what's different. So I've got quotes in pen, theories in pencil, because I don't like writing in my books, so if I'm writing words on the page which is a theory, then I'm going to use pencil. That probably makes no sense, but I hope it does. So also I took this video as a recommendation video because I love these books with all my heart. They are my favourite books of all time, so if you haven't picked these books up yet, please do. If you don't know what this book's about, it's about a girl called Evangeline Fox who is in love with this boy who's marrying another, and she is convinced he's cursed, so she makes a deal with a fate called the Prince of Hearts to get him to stop the wedding, but in exchange she asks for 3 kisses that she will have to do at any time of his choosing. And that's basically where the book goes, and I absolutely love these books so much. They're both 5 stars, they're so magical, they are my favourite books of all time, so if you haven't read them already, please go pick them up. Just pick this one up, you know, it's one book, it's 400 pages, you know, it's worth a shot, like, trust me, okay? But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and let's get right on with the reading vlog. Hey guys, so it's later in the evening. I'm on page 120, chapter 16 of Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I just feel so great to be back. I'm loving this so much, even on my reread. I'm kind of like twinning with it with my PJs, so it's not on purpose. But yeah, I just love this book so much, and I'm seeing a lot of things now that I feel like I shouldn't have missed before, but obviously I did. Like this little, like really, really little sentences that are sneaked in that you get now but you wouldn't have gotten first reading it, and it's really funny to read those. I'm like, oh my god, that must mean this, or does this mean this, or like coming up with theories inside my head when I read these, because if you don't know, Stephanie Garber is the queen of foreshadowing, and just putting like little sentences in there that you don't understand or you wouldn't imagine it's what it is until you get to the end, and I love her for that. But I've honestly sped through this book today. I've read over 120 pages. I'm still going to read more. I'm hoping to get to maybe page 200 today, and I feel like rereading it was a good thing to do because I've been in this like reading slump where I just haven't wanted to pick up a book, but I've been in the mood to read. I just haven't wanted to read a book, and I think picking up this has probably helped me because now I get to see why I love books so much. Hopefully to want to pick up a book again. Please just go read this book. I know I've said this already. Go read this book if you haven't already, because it's my favourite of all time and I will forever love this book. Like I said before, all my like theories or whatever will be at the end in a little spoiler section. But yeah, if you want to go see my thoughts, you can go see them near the end. But let's continue reading. I'm so excited. Hey guys, it's 11:30 in the evening and I'm on page 204 of Once Upon a Broken Heart. I am still loving this book so much. I just can't get over the fact that I'm actually back in this world. I will forever love this book so much, and nothing will ever compare to my first time ever reading it. I'm gonna go to bed now because it's late and I do have school tomorrow, but after school I'm going to be binging this book. Maybe I can finish it tomorrow, maybe I'll finish it the day after. Also, Tuesday is a half day, so I finished at 11:15, so I'll have longer in the afternoon to read. So if I don't finish this tomorrow, I'll finish it then, or I'll be reading The Ballad Never After then. I just like to plan things ahead, so yeah. But anyways, that's just a little quick update, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! So I finished Once on a Broken Heart. I'm rating it 5 stars, just like the first time. I love this so much. It's like 1:30 a.m. I stayed up late to finish this and I'm glad I did. Like, this book is so good. Like, I love the series so much. I'm super duper excited to start The Ballad Never After because it's my favourite book of all time and I just can't wait to like cry my eyes out again. I was crying at this and it's not because what's happening is sad. It's just because of how I know The Ballad Never After ends. It just hurts, you know. If you know, you know. It just hurts, okay? I really enjoyed this. I sped through it just like the last time and I love these books so much. If you haven't read them already, please go read them. Please go read them. Anyways, I need to get some sleep, so that's what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll see you tomorrow when I start The Ballad Never After. Bye! Oh, shit. Forgot to mention, it's right now summer, so I'm gonna have a lot more time to read, so hopefully that should mean I can read more books. That's literally what I just said. Can you tell I'm tired? You can probably tell I'm tired right now. I just need to go to bed, okay? I just need to go get some sleep, so yeah, bye guys. Hey guys, so it's actually a few days later. I haven't actually read anything the last few days, but I'm finally gonna start The Ballad Never After. I don't know why I haven't been reading much lately. It's this really weird thing where I just don't want to pick up a book and I want to watch TV instead, which is very unusual for me, but I'm hoping to get out of it by August, which is in like 3 days, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm finally gonna pick up this book. I'm still gonna annotate it and everything, and I'm actually really excited. I don't know if it's because I know that I'm going to be crying through most of this book or what, that I haven't picked it up, but I think it's like the weird reading something I'm in. Oh my god, I know I'm going to cry the whole way through this book. Like, the last one I loved and I was crying towards the end of that book because obviously when you know what happened, it's like at the end of this one especially, it just breaks my heart. I know I'm definitely going to cry tears for this book. I feel like this would have more foreshadowing and it's my favourite book of all time, so I'm literally so scared. I want to cry though. I am gonna have a good cry, so we'll see you there. Just been the prologue and I'm nearly crying. Oh, I hate it so much. You know, actually, it's giving that one song. It's giving Daylight, that's it. It's giving Daylight. The actual trauma this book has given me is like indescribable. Indescribable. It's like, I haven't felt this way about a book ever. That's why it's my favourite, but like rereading books, if I find a book like absolutely heartbreaking, like sometimes if I reread it I won't feel the same. This book, just thinking about it, like makes tears fall, cry my eyes out. Like, I'm not even joking. So like, I think it's like, I don't know if there's any books that have ever done that, but like, you'll think about it once and tears are flowing. You see one theory, tears are flowing. You see one quote, tears are flowing. It's unbelievable, the trauma that this book has given me. It's like crazy. I need to keep reading, but like, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm really crying already. can't see why I did. I just read the ending of this book. Oh my god. I've accidentally got tears all over my book. It really breaks me every time, I can't even lie. I can't. Oh my god. Hey guys, so it's right now 2:45 in the afternoon. I'm on page 116, chapter 15 of The Ballad of Never After. My headphones just died, so I'm going to take a little break from reading because I just feel like I need a little bit of a break anyway, but I do really want to keep reading. But I think I should take a little bit of a break, let my headphones charge, and then I'll probably read in about maybe 20 minutes or so when my headphones have a little bit more charge. Normally I don't read with headphones on, but I'm really liking it because I've obviously read the book before, so it doesn't take as much concentration as it would for a new book when I'm trying to understand. But that means I can now listen to music, so it takes less concentration. So I'm listening to an Eva Jax playlist I made for these books, and I'm really liking it because it's like giving such a vibe to the book, and it's making me love my reading experience much more. But normally if I listen to anything, it'd be like rain sounds, or like, you know, those videos you can get on YouTube, like you're in a tree house with the thunder and lightning outside and a crackling fireplace, that kind of thing. Or I just don't listen to anything. But I'm really enjoying listening to music and I want to continue that, so I'm going to wait for my headphones to charge, then I'll read a little bit more and we'll see where we get to. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to ignore the music in the background because low-key my neighbors are playing really loudly. But oh my god, it's actually really loud. Okay, I just came in to say that I took a way too long break. I basically redid my whole room and I filmed 2 videos in the process. And now I'm gonna start reading again. So yeah. I don't care. I love it. Okay, my god, I gotta shut up. That would explain so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I'm actually freaking out. I can't believe that. So if I've got this right, I'm gonna actually die. That's the only explanation. Cause like, where the fuck? I'll say this one in the spoiler bit. Oh my god. Hey guys, it's now midday. I don't think I updated like yesterday saying I would go to bed, but it's the next day. I've been reading all morning, or not all morning, like for maybe an hour or 2 this morning, and I'm right now on page 202, chapter 25 of The Ballad of Never After. We're getting up to probably my favourite part of this book. Like, I love all of this book, but like my favourite part of this book is coming up, and I'm so excited because it's after what's happening now, and I'm really excited because I love it so much. I don't know, most people love this part. It depends. I don't know. For me, it's my favourite part of the whole book. But I love the whole book as it is, you know? Today is another lazy day for me. My goal for today is to read to about page 300, maybe finish. But it depends if I, like, binge or not. So my goal is 300 pages, and then I could just finish it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm probably going to go get something to eat because I'm hungry. And then continue reading. So yeah, I'll see you then. It's literally perfect because it's fucking raining. It's raining, like you can't see, but it's raining. I am on page 263, chapter 32 of the Ballad of After. I cannot wait. I cannot wait because my favorite parts of this book has already started, but like it's literally, oh, I love this whole book, but like after the 200-page mark is when my favorite stuff starts to begin. I'm gonna move just because the lighting is awful. Past the 200-page mark, this book, I love it so much. Like I love all of the book, but like my favorite parts of this book happen after the 200-page mark, and I'm literally so excited. I'm just looking at a spider that's outside my window, and if that window was open, it'd be getting in right now. I hate spiders, so I literally can't. One of my favorite quotes in this whole series just happened, and I literally love it. Like the first time I read it, I was screaming. I was literally sat at my desk and I was screaming. I was screaming and I was screaming again. Like I love it so much. Like I love it so much. I'll probably like in the spoiler section read all my favorite quotes, and this will definitely be one of them. I love it so much. I need to just chill. If you know what's happening next, then you know why I'm so excited, but like, oh, I love this book so much. Like, if you haven't read this book, go read it, please. Like, mark my words, go read it right now. Okay? Obviously, read Once Upon a Broken Heart first, but go read it, please, please. I beg you. I beg you. Oh my god, I'm literally in love with this book. I can't even lie to you. Like, you know this already, but like, I'm in love with this book. I'm right now on page 313, chapter 38. I don't know whether I want to finish this tonight because it's 10:58 p.m. right now. I don't know if I want to finish it tonight because I know what I'm going to get myself into. Basically, it's whether I want to cry my eyes out tonight or if I want to save it. I might just do it tonight because like I don't want to put this book down. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to continue. I'll see you guys whenever our next update. Numb. I really want to kill him. 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 I didn't actually notice something else. Whatever he's fucking done, I want to kill him. Anyways, finished. I'm at a loss for words, so my god. So, I finished The Ballad of After. 1,000,000 stars all the way, but like, we'll just put it at like a 5-star just because it's the most rating you can get there. I mean, of course we knew it would be, but honestly, this book caused me trauma. Like, I actually mean it. This book hurts, and I don't know if I'll ever get over it. Well, I'll hopefully get over it in October when the 3rd book comes out, but like, oh my god. I really liked annotating this book because this book especially had the foreshadowing and just the different like little bits that I kind of picked up on, and I do have a few theories which I'll share in the spoiler section, which I'll probably film tomorrow because like I'm actually exhausted right now, so we'll do that, and I'll also read some of my favorite quotes. I just think Stephanie's writing is honestly gorgeous and is so beautiful, and I think you should definitely give one of her books a go. These books are set in the same universe as Caraval, but you don't have to read Caraval to read these. I personally didn't on my first go, and I loved it all the same. There's like no world building in them. They're like so easy to understand. So if you're wanting to, give them a go. I say definitely give them a go. They're more like fairy tale-esque than like fighting and like violence, like for example ACOTAR. This is definitely like more fantastical and fairy tale-like than that, but like, these are my favorite books of all time. They're just so beautiful. And come on, look at these covers. It just really demonstrates how beautiful these books are. I'm definitely, when A Curse of True Love comes out, obviously going to get the hardback of that. I've also pre-ordered the hardback of Once Upon a Broken Heart because it's getting re-released. I'm so happy. I'm honestly so happy. I was really hoping it would be, and then I found out it actually is. I'm so happy because my library has the copy of it in hardback, but obviously I can't take that forever. I'm so happy because then I can have the hardbacks of all of them and then paperbacks. What I'm planning to do is have the paperbacks of them, the annotated copies, which when I get A Curse of True Love, when it comes out in paperback eventually, I'll get that as well. And then I'll keep the hardbacks unannotated, so I have both copies because I love these books so much. I want to keep one copy of them like pristine and then the others I can annotate. But anyways, I need to go to bed, but that's basically my wrap up of these 2 books. Thank you guys so much for watching this reading vlog, and if this hasn't convinced you to read these books, I don't know what will. Hey guys, it's the next day. I'm here to talk about like some of the spoiler little theories and stuff that I have in my favourite quotes. So if you haven't read the book, this is a part where you have to skip, and I'll put a timestamp here of where you can skip to. I'm going to be talking about some of my theories and my favourite quotes and just stuff out of this book in general, and they're going to include spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, skip to this timestamp. But anyways, hi guys! This is the theory section. So first of all, I have a theory that I've already said and I have a clip for, which was a few days ago, so we're going to go back to past me and she's going to explain that. Hi guys, welcome to the first bit of the spoiler section. I'm filming this when I literally just read it. Okay, so my theory is that Apollo is Lysander Valor. Okay, so hear me out, right. One of the big like mysteries is, where did Apollo get his memory wiping abilities from? Like, he just rolled up in here and wiped her memories at the end of the Ballad of Never After. 1, how? 2, where did the powers come from? And 3, why? Okay, so chapter 16, page 130 of the Ballad of Never After. Basically, Evangeline is in the library reading about the Valors, and she reads the description of the Valors, basically saying all their abilities. Basically says, Aurora was sweet and was always described as the most beautiful girl who'd ever lived, followed by her twin, Castor, who was said to be quite noble. Vesper could see the future. Tempest and Romulus, another set of twins, were great inventors, responsible for the magical arches. Dane was some sort of shifter, and Lysander had a gift that involved memories. I read that and I was like, okay, wait. Apollo? Apollo? Are we talking about Apollo? They say that all of the Valors were killed. What if he didn't? Like, Castor survived, you know? So what if Lysander lived, made a new name for himself, and brushed the slate clean, made it all new again as an Acadian? And that would also explain, like, I was really wondering, why does Apollo have the Valkyrie Arch? Why is that in Wolf Hall? Why would it be in Wolf Hall? Like, who put it there? Why is it important to the Acadians in Wolf Hall? Probably because Lysander was to stay close to his like little family members, and because the arch is his. You feel me? So just one more like little bit. In Once Upon a Broken Heart, in chapter 30, page 210 or whatever, he's like describing like the whole history of the Valors to Evangeline after he'd climbed into a window, and he was explaining it all, but for some reason he goes, unfortunately, he went on, the Valors lied. They didn't build the Valerie to protect the North from its enemies. They built it to lock up an abomination that they'd created. No one knows exactly what the Valors made, but it was so terrible that all the great houses turned on the Valors and chopped off all their heads. Alas, they did this before the Valors had locked away their horrible creation, so it was left for the great houses to imprison this abomination in the Valerie and seal the arch that led to it. Normally, the arches are locked with blood, but no one wanted to risk this arch being opened, so a special sort of lock was created, a prophecy. He is so sure on that. If you go to the second, like, maybe possibility of the story, he says it is believed to be, another thing is believed to be, this is another way people see it as, but this one, he's like, probably the Valors lied, they didn't, or they might not have, you know? He's like 100% sure, and that's actually the right one as well, because that is what happened. They built it to lock away Chaos, aka Castor, after they made him into a vampire, trying to save his life. Obviously they didn't put him in there, because he's out now, but that is actually what happened, and he obviously knows that 100%. I don't know, I think I'm reading too much into it, but I think that is probably the best theory I've come up with so far. Like, I genuinely think Lysander could be Apollo. Hey guys, welcome back. So, okay guys, so I've got another theory with Once Upon a Broken Heart, okay? So when, at the very beginning of the book, when Evangeline is going into the church, like the Prince of Alsa's church, there was a theory that it was supposed to smell like a person's greatest heartbreak. But instead of it smelling like Luke, it smelled of apples and blood. And if you guys don't know, which you should know, then that is the signature smell of Jax. So Jax is her biggest heartbreak. I know that's not really a theory. It's kind of obvious, but like, her biggest heartbreak. I don't know if that's technically already happened with the end of this, if that kind of counts. Or does that mean they're not going to have a good ending? Because I will actually die if she ends up with Apollo, because like, Jax deserves it, okay? Let's face it. I'm going to now talk about my favourite quotes in these books and the ones that I love with all my heart. So the first one is on page 29 of Once Upon a Broken Heart, it says heroes don't get happy endings, they give them to other people. This is kind of like a running kind of theme, I guess, through this book, that heroes don't get happy endings, they give them to other people. And I kind of like realized this, that maybe he says that all the time, because in The Ballad Never After he talks about how he's not a savior and that he tried to save Castor, but obviously that went to shit, so he's not a savior and he's not really made to save people. And so he lives by the motto, heroes don't get happy endings, they give them to other people, in a sense that he tried to be the hero and it went to shit. So he now preaches that they give them to other people. This is also a very cliche quote. I actually have it on my wall. I'll show you guys in a sec. But it's, I believe there are far more possibilities than happily ever after or tragedy. Every story has a potential for infinite endings. On my wall I have this that I got from Etsy. It says every story has a potential for infinite endings. And I got it off Etsy. So I have a quote on my wall. Oh, another theory I had as well is that, you know, like she always talks about how she's drawn to Jax, right? And she thinks it's because of the broken heart scar. In this book, when Apollo's under the Archer's curse, she says that she's like drawn to him, and obviously she knows it's because of the curse and she's drawn to him. Because Jax is the Archer, that could explain why she's drawn to him, because she could be the fox, he's the Archer, she's drawn. And like he said about the end of the tragedy, she was drawn to him and she tried to chase him and tried to change him, and that ended up killing her. Maybe that's why she's drawn to him, because it's a version of the tale where the Archer and the fox, because he's the Archer, she's the fox. Maybe that's why she's drawn to him, because their story's not yet finished. They are the Ballad of the Archer and the Fox, or like a version of it at least. I also like the way that she describes Jack sometimes. Page 140, it was, he looked like a bad decision some unfortunate person was about to make. I don't know why, I just love that. Also, I have a theory, or not a theory, it's something I want to see. On page 217 and 218, Evangeline talks about like the kind of vision she had when she had a pen that like said for dreams that don't exist yet. She drew like her wedding, and it said Evangeline and her love were at the end of a dock covered in candles, which made the ocean glow so that it looked like a sea of fallen stars. Only night and her moon watched. No one else was there, just Evangeline and her groom. Their foreheads were pressed together, and she might not have known exactly what they were doing if not for the words her pen had etched into the sky. And then they will write their vows on their hands and place them over each other's chests, so they may sink into their hearts, where they will be kept safe forever and always. If that isn't Evangeline and Jax, I will cry. Like, if that doesn't happen at the end of The Curse of True Love, I'll actually cry. She always describes like Jax's eyes, or just him, as fallen stars, or his eyes look like a sea of fallen stars, something like that. And it's always like the moon around them, and it's where they will be kept safe forever and always, like where the curses can't touch them. I swear to God, if we don't get to see that in A Curse of True Love, I'll actually cry. I want to know what the apples do as well. Like, I was tempted to go through and like count like when the apples appear and what colour they are, depending on like the circumstance, but I never did. So one of my favourite things about this book, like my favourite things that happen in this book, is when they jumped off the cliff. I just think that is so like a cute moment. Like, I would love to relive that in my head. Like, it's like one of my favourite things in this book. My 3 favourite things in this book is the cliff, that ball with Petra, and then obviously the hollow. We love the hollow. You know what also makes me cry is the fact that Jax did all of this partially for her. Like when he's like getting all emotional and like confessing and stuff about the whole going back to Donatella, so he can have another chance, but then he got really emotional and said it's otherwise that she'll die, so he's doing it for her either way. That's not a love confession, I don't know what is. There's nothing of equal value to me. That is a love confession, but she doesn't know that. So I also have a question. In the dance thing and that whole thing with like Petra, he was saying that they didn't talk to Evangeline, she's not of a great house, but they're talking to Jax. So what great house is Jax from? That's what made me wonder. One of my favourite quotes in this whole book that had me screaming, on page 262, "It hurts, Jax. I know, love. I'm going to take you somewhere safe." Got me screaming, crying, throwing up. Like, I love it so much. Oh, I love it as well. I mean, it's just one night, he says softly. In the morning, you can forget it. You can go back to pretending you don't like me, and I can pretend that I don't care. So tonight, let me pretend you're mine. If it's easier, you can pretend too, he whispered. You can pretend that I'm still Jax the Hollow and that you want to be mine. The physical attraction has always been there, but her pull towards him had been increasing ever since the night they jumped off that cliff together, because she'd never actually stopped falling. That's, by the way, page 309, 311. And then 312, oh my god. She meant to say, for tonight, I'm yours, but all that came out was, I'm yours. I think the Truth Stone was a present then. I didn't realise it at the time, but I think the truth stone was present because when she had the truth stone on her, she meant to say this, but she said the truth. She meant to say, like, I'm yours, but what that came out was, I'm yours. So truth be told, she's his. Just saying, just saying. But that means he probably wore it. Maybe he wanted to know if she liked him and he wore the truth stone. Because the other time it was like she meant to say this. Yeah, like here, 268. I'm not a jealous person was what I eventually intended to say, but instead the words of course came out. That's her truth. Was he wearing it on purpose or was it just a wrong? He normally sealed it in a box, didn't he, and it wouldn't apply? So that meant he couldn't lie as oh. That means he wasn't lying either. No, that makes it hurt even worse now, like genuinely. Page 372. He held her with the type of intensity that only happens when a person wants something that isn't quite theirs. But she was. She just needed to tell him she loved him. Evangeline, his voice was hoarse. Come back to me. I'm not dead, she tried to say, but there was something wrong with her throat, and it seemed Jack couldn't hear her thoughts. He slightly held her tighter and pressed his forehead to hers. She wasn't sure if he was crying or if she was, but there was wet on her cheeks. It felt a lot like tears. And then she felt nothing. Fate was every tear that anyone had ever shed for lost love. He was pain given form. 281. The fate gave the queen a look more vicious than any curse. There is nothing of equal value to me. That is one of my favourites. I love it. I love it. I love how I didn't even hesitate, right? That just shows that he loves her. He doesn't love Donatella. You know, because he admits that. He, well, doesn't say it, but like he admits it. That he doesn't love Donatella. He loves Evangeline. Love conquers all. I'm gonna cry. I didn't notice this before until I reread it. On 393, it says something was wrong. She knew even before she noticed the drops of gold-flecked blood splattered across the wings of the warrior angels. I didn't notice that before. That's Jax's blood. Apollo's fucking taking him out so that he doesn't get in the way. I swear to God, if you locked him in the battery or some shit, I will actually cry. Like, come on. Anyways, oh my God, I've been filming for half an hour talking about quotes. It's so bad. But yeah, that's my theory section and my quotes from this book. I don't know why, I just blabbed on. I hope these made sense, and let me know if you kind of like agree or disagree on these theories as well. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know down below if you agree or disagree with my theories, if you watched the theory section, and if you enjoyed this video, let me know as well. I know I've said this throughout this video, but if you haven't read these books, go read them. Take this as a recommendation video, go read these books. These are my favourite books of all time. I'm also really curious to see if The Curse of True Love will take place as my favourite book, or if The Ballad of Never After will stay. Because I don't know if A Curse of True Love will take it over, or if this will stay my favourite book of all time. Guess we'll find out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching this video and this reading vlog. Go read these books if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts, because I'd love to know what you think of the book. Even if you hate it, I'd love to know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys around somewhere else on the internet. Bye guys!